It's Yo Taylor back here at the Style Table on My Style Mondays, and today I'm here with founder and CEO Ronalda Sullivan. She is the founder and CEO of Dream Differently. Ronalda is a U.S. Air Force veteran. Thank you for your service. Federal civil servant, speaker, transformational leader who helps women turn life's unexpected disruptions into powerful, purposeful, filled comebacks through her P.O.P framework. P.O.P. Check that out. Perspectives, opportunities, and permission through her P.O.P framework. P.O.P. You all can remember that. She encourages women to reframe adversity, rediscover possibility, and boldly create their next chapter. Please join me in welcoming Ronalda Sullivan. Ronalda, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, Yolanda. I am so happy to be here with you and your audience.
First off, she's a fashionista. We met through one of her family members on a trip. And I'm telling you, her cousin was glowing about her. I met her. It was like, pooh, pow, right. I mean, it was like instant, and it was so amazing to talk to her. Her energy is reflected in her fashion and her passion for what she does. I'm going to let her tell us about what she does, because she knows better, and she can explain it to you in a way that is so powerful and will get you on your feet.
Hey, everybody. As Yolanda said, my name is Ronalda. I am founder and CEO of Dream Differently, and I inspire women to live the best life that they possibly can in spite of disruption. How did I come up with the name Dream Differently? Well, that's exactly what I had to do when I had to navigate change in my own life. Navigating disruption from diagnosis to divorce to career change, all of the things that all of us women experience. And I like to tell Yolanda and other women, I like to give you just a little pop. And the pop is in the best way, because if we have perspective about your situation, it can always offer you a better opportunity than you're even thinking about. But you have to first give yourself permission to live the best life that you possibly can. And that's what we don't do. Most women don't give ourselves permission to live our best life. So that's what I do. I inspire you to live your absolute best life, no matter what has happened, because we've all had to navigate all of those things, life changes, and we are never going to get to where we need to be if we don't take the perspective of, but what if I meet myself on the other side of this disruption? What if I haven't even started to live my best life? What if? Because a lot of times those what ifs hold us back. So I'm here to inspire you to take that what if and turn it into something positive.
That's right. Why not you? Why not now? Absolutely. What if? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. I think what happens with us women, when we're starting to evaluate our situation. One of my keynotes, the signature keynote that I do is From Fog to Freedom, because I think what ends up happening is when we are navigating disruption, the initial fog of all of that, it kind of causes us to lose our footing where life is concerned. And so if you can navigate that fog of fear, the fog of being stuck, if you can just imagine that this isn't the end, this is just a pause. This disruption is here to show me me. And a lot of women meet themselves on the other side of disruption.
Yeah, I always tell women this is just a snapshot in time. You determine where you want to go. You determine how you want to show up. What's happening with yourself right now, whether it's your mind, your job, your body, whatever. This is just a snapshot in time, and you have the power to change it.
Absolutely. Only you.
That's right. And you did it. You look like the other side of hope. And that's the thing I love about when I met you. You don't look like you've gone through anything, but you have gone through a lot, and you came on the other side a champion.
Absolutely. How I came up with the name of Dream Differently is this. That's exactly what I had to do when I had to navigate an unexpected diagnosis. And very briefly, my son was diagnosed with non-speaking autism at the tender age of 20 months. And when I heard scary words that I won't ever forget, and 4 words that changed the trajectory of my whole life. He may never talk. And when you hear he may never talk, the fear suffocates you, because as a mother, we're always thinking of the dreams that we have for our children. And what I learned in that disruption is I didn't stop dreaming. You can't stop dreaming. I just had to dream differently. And my son is doing amazing. And I tell women all the time, disruption actually comes to show us who we can be. Because without that, we can never get to where we're supposed to be if we're not tested. And a lot of times our test is for us to be able to share a testimony with another woman who is maybe a few steps behind us. So Dream Differently was born out of a disruption, but on the other side of disruption, I met myself, and I'm so proud of her.
Wow, dream differently. So what you think, well, I have to do it this way. Maybe that way isn't working because you're not dreaming differently. You need to change. You might have to go a different direction. You might have to take the road less traveled, right?
Absolutely, because and that's where P.O.P comes in. Because if you stop for a moment and think about the perspective that you have of your current situation, and then how can this be different, and then how can I be different? Because every disruption offers us an opportunity to be different and to do something different. We just don't give ourselves permission to do that. And I walk women through, on the other side of that disruption, this is who you can be if you just give yourself permission, because your best life is on the other side of you giving yourself permission to do things differently and live life differently.
Yes, that is good. Giving yourself permission. That's so important. And when you give yourself permission, you don't have to listen to what other people say or tell you, well, maybe you're moving too fast or maybe you're moving too slow. You give yourself permission to move at the speed and in the direction you want to go. This is your life, right?
Absolutely. And only you can change that.
Yes, yes. This is so good. And you guys, Ronalda is also a speaker, and she also has written a few books.
Yes,
can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yes, absolutely. I've written a 21-day journal, a 30-day journal called Dream Differently, Reimagine, and it is available on Amazon. And I have 2 ebooks that will be released next week, From Fog to Freedom and From Fog to Freedom in Leadership. Because when you are navigating life disruption or career disruption, because sometimes we're navigating disruption in our careers, trying to navigate what life needs to look like. And let's face it, right now, a lot of women are in the middle of disruption when it comes to careers, whether it's on the job or whether it's finding another job. All of the things that we're experiencing right now as a result of so much change, the fog, but then there's freedom on the other side of all of that.
Yeah, you don't realize how much freedom it is. I know when I had to retire due to COVID so I could take care of my dad, I didn't realize until I was well in it. I'm like, wow, I have a lot of freedom and freedom to live life on my own terms and make my own decisions.
Absolutely.
And it's very powerful. It's very freeing. And you don't realize how much power you have and how much capability you have. You underestimate yourself when you're kind of in a framework or a box that you've been in for a while. And you think, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You realize there's a whole world out there of things that you are just naturally gifted at that you didn't even think about.
Absolutely. And I think, you mentioned earlier that I have my journal. And I also wanted to say that, the Reimagine Journal it's a 30-day self-reflective experience. I took Reimagine International and I went to Cambodia, and I had the Reimagine Journal translated for the women over there, and it's been translated in Khmer. And I wanted those women over there to understand that it doesn't really matter where you are and what you're experiencing, because sometimes we as Americans can go to other countries and they have dreams of coming to America. They have dreams of visiting us. And what I really wanted them to understand is that you can dream differently no matter where you are.
Exactly.
And no matter what the situation is. Because I think sometimes we think that if we can just do this, then life can be better. If I can just go here. And what I wanted to impress upon those women over there is it doesn't matter coming to America or staying right here in Cambodia. It's all about your perspective of your situation, because all of our perspectives of our situation offer us an opportunity to be different. We just have to give ourselves permission no matter where we are.
Okay. Well, on that note, we're going to move right into all that positivity, that hope, that energy. We're going to talk about how when she shows up in rooms, all that's translated into some of her favorite outfits and how confident she is when she's, like I said, when you step in a room, you own it.
Absolutely.
And you light up the room, and she has that energy. Boom, boom, boom. So the first thing we're going to talk about is her outfit that she has on for her headshot. This striped, it looks like, is it a jumpsuit?
Yes, it is.
Black and white, the wide belt, which is, I love them. I call them baby Yolanda blockers. They are great. I love a wide belt. I do, especially one that has architectural feel to it. Mm-hmm. The earrings are fabulous, gives it a pop of something special. And, I love layering jewelry. I think accessories, because that's the way to really make something pop. So tell me what drove you to pick this outfit for yourself?
Well, during the photo shoot, I was talking to the photographer about some of the looks that I wanted, and he asked me a little bit about myself, what I like to do, a little bit about fashion. And I said, I want to make sure that we capture some photos that give power, but classy. And I think most of the time when you think of power, most women are in a power suit and they're in that power stance. And I said, I think that you can exude power, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in a business suit. It's all about the mindset. And so I said, I can be powerful in my jumpsuit. I can pose powerfully in my jumpsuit, but I don't have to have on the business suit.
Right. I love jumpsuits. I love looking at jumpsuits.
Absolutely.
I absolutely love it, until it's time to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Then it's like an Olympic event. But I love jumpsuits. It's one piece. And you can't go wrong with a great fitting jumpsuit for sure. Now, this other outfit, I'm going to go for this bright stripe print dress. I love prints that are geometrical. I love those types of prints, especially if you are a woman over 50, because small flowers and smaller print can make you look older. Yes. And so I love this bright, bold print dress with the shoes that are like a perfect match.
Yes. That particular outfit, well, first of all, I love color. And I think what stood out for me whenever I purchased that dress was, first of all, it's a showstopper in any room because of the bright colors. Not a lot of women feel comfortable being bold in color. I love color. And that particular style is, I think it's a Jay Bolin style. And he's always been that bold designer. And I love his style of fashion because it is unique. And that dress can be worn belted, its pockets. Everybody loves a dress with pockets.
Yes.
And maxi, it's down to the ankle. Like, I love maxi, I love color, and I love pockets. And that dress is one of my faves because it has all of those.
And that's easy style. And that's, like you said, a showstopper. You can walk in a room. You don't have to do a whole lot because it's what I call a get the job done dress. And it has pockets. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Now, this looks to me to be a white peplum. And these ankle booties are fabulous. So what inspired you? Because you're someone who loves color. And so what inspired you for this outfit?
The black and white was something that I purchased because I was going to a summer event and the color scheme was black and white.
Oh.
And it was outside. And I wanted, because that's halter. So it's out in the back and kind of it's not a really deep V in the front, just classy enough. But again, I love a pocket. Those pants have pockets. They're blousy. They're loose. I picked out black and white booties to go with it. And so I did something a little bit different because again, I'm color. I'm bright. And I'm thinking, okay, I have to find something that I'm going to feel good in because I feel good in color. And I thought I need to find something that is going to get the job done, be classy and chic, and have the right color scheme for black and white. So I went with different because that's very different. Mm-hmm. But I felt so good and comfortable in that. So that was why that black and white choice was one of my favorites because I didn't think that I was going to find anything that I was going to like as much as I like color. And that was one of the showstoppers.
And I love the tailored of the top and the structure and the tailoring that meets the blousy bottom.
Yes.
You know, I love that mix.
Yes.
It's great. The shoes are fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm a shoe girl. Okay. So I love black. I love this necklace. It makes it like, wow. And I love loose clothes. I'm not really a tight clothes. This old body needs some air to be able to get around in there. I love this. And you cannot go wrong with a great pair of mules.
No.
Slides.
What you're going to be very surprised about is the palazzo pants on that jumpsuit are so full. It looks like a dress.
It's like a dress. Oh.
Yes, they are huge. And you can't even tell until you start walking that there is actually pants because the flow of it shows that they're pants, but they're so wide. And again, I am a pockets person. Pockets, comfort, color. And I needed to wear, again, the occasion called for an all black affair. The jumpsuit is a V in the front as well as a V in the back. And because black is that color, you need bold jewelry. Yes. Whenever you're wearing black, you need something that is going to stand out.
Yes.
And that particular necklace is bold. It's big. It stands out. And it just made that jumpsuit come together because the jumpsuit, while it wasn't fancy, the jewelry made it. It made it work.
Is it safe to say you are a jumpsuit connoisseur.
Yes, it is. If you looked in my closet, you would, yes, you would see a lot of jumpsuits. And the jumpsuits, you don't know that they're really jumpsuits because of the way that they're made. So it gives you the maxi dress type of flow. Because most of the jumpsuits that are in my closet are they're made on a similar style. The pants are palazzo and big and flowy. So I love a good jumpsuit. You can't go wrong. A jumpsuit is classy and it's comfortable.
And it's one piece. It's, you know what I mean? It's just classic. It's easy style and it's always a win.
Yes.
It's an easy one, especially when you're traveling and you have to get on stages and speak or go to conferences. You don't have to think of, I need a pants and a top. It's just one piece.
Yes.
You cannot go wrong.
Yes.
And I think it's always a wise choice to add jumpsuits into your wardrobe.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to thank you so much for sharing with us your favorite outfits and telling us about what you do, because what you do is so important. And right now, like you said, with the change, women and men really need to focus on helping yourself, focusing on the pop.
Yes.
And dreaming differently is something you can control. We can't control what's going on here or around the world right now, but we can control ourselves, right?
Absolutely.
So those are the things we need to focus on. And you guys know, if you get so flustered you can't control anything, you can control what you have in your closet. You can go in there, spend some time, focus on that. Don't think about all the noise that's going on. Just pour into yourself. These are things that are a part of your self-care and dreaming differently. I love that. Glad you got that thing trademarked. We're waiting on the t-shirts. I'm getting one.
Yes. T-shirts and baseball caps.
All righty. So you guys, Ronalda's going to tell us how we can get in contact with her and how we can get her books. Take it away.
Absolutely. The Reimagine Transform Your Tomorrow is available on Amazon. From Fog to Freedom is available on fromfogtofreedom.org. From Fog to Freedom -leadership is the leadership from Fog to Freedom guide. And I'm sure that I will make sure that Yolanda has all of that information. You can follow me on Instagram, Let's Dream Differently. You can follow me on Facebook, Dream Differently. And I am also on LinkedIn at Ronalda Sullivan. If you search Dream Differently, I'll come up on LinkedIn as well.
Okay. You guys know where you can find me. I'm Yolanda Taylor on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram at The Style Table on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Please like, follow, and subscribe to my channels and social media. I always appreciate the support. Bye, you guys.